All right, men's wrestling with us today. Gabriel Carranza, head coach Mike Mendoza, Dave Ferguson, coach. Just kind of a quick recap of the Midwest Classic before the break.
Yeah, Midwest Classic. Sorry. Midwest Classic had 4 placers. Dason here on my left, 5th. Wheeler took 6th. Gabe Carranza took 7th. Gabriel and then a heavyweight Doyle took 7th as well. So 4 placers, and then a couple other guys that were on the bubble on the blood round lost. Close one.
Gabriel, Midwest Classic for you. You had a couple of tough matches there. I got to see a handful of them there. Just talk about your experience out there and what you can take away from that that's going to help you moving forward.
I do believe moving forward, I need to maybe focus less on the anxiety that comes with being in those situations and those high-level matches. I think letting go and just starting to wrestle, shoot, being confident, and what the coaches have been teaching and what we've been practicing in the wrestling room, and just figuring it out and just letting loose, stop being so uptight and just actually wrestle.
And Dason, for you, kind of same question. What can you take away from the Midwest Classic? You had a lot of good matches. I caught a couple of your matches also. A lot of close ones, a lot of just good matches. And so what can you take away from that moving forward?
So pretty much just gave me confidence that I'm right there with all them guys, that I'm in the top and that I can compete with anybody, and I'm there. Like, I can beat anybody. It's just little technique that I need to fix, and me and coach have been working on that. So excited for the rest of the season.
And then, Coach, looking to this weekend, you have the Western Colorado Open on Friday for some of the backups and the younger guys, and then the Tracy Board duels on Saturday. Kind of what are you expecting out of both of those days?
Yeah, it's great. Opportunity for the whole team to wrestle. So it's really nice for those guys to be able to get some matches. And then we actually have 2 teams wrestling the Tracy Board duels. So we'll have a Team A and Team B. That's also nice because there's guys that, maybe are poking at the starting lineup. So it's good to give those guys an opportunity for, to wrestle in a duel. And just have them ready, they're that way, they just get some more matches under their belt and just opportunity to just get better.
See, guys, with the Bora duels, it's still a dual meet, but it's kind of like a tournament because it's multiple duels. And so kind of how do you go into it mentally to be ready for a lot of matches, but not worrying about wrestlebacks and placings like that? Is it different than a tournament mentally?
Well,
yeah, and so I'll say one thing. So a little bit of a switch of the schedule with the team not coming out. So we have 2 duels now. We were going to have 3. So, it changed a little bit where you have, 2 matches. But I'll let these guys answer kind of, the difference between wrestling 2 duels versus a tournament.
Yeah, for me personally, wrestling a duel, there's a lot more stress involved just because you're with your team. You're trying to stand there with your team, and everything that you do also affects your team. It's not just on you now. It's not just an individual sport of wrestling. Your team's relying on you to put up points on the board, and just you have to perform. You have to perform. You perform for the team. They're on your back.
I think it's more of a fun environment there without not being a tournament, because you have your team right there and they're always cheering you on. So it's easier to score points, and I find it harder to gas because them guys are just cheering me on and I just feel their energy.
Let's say this, obviously the last time you were down in Gunnison didn't go badly. So, it's a good environment, I know, and it's a good way to kind of get you back into wrestling shape for the stretch run. How's the last week and a half of practice gone, and what's the hardest part about getting back on the mat? After break.
Yeah, so the last week they pushed us hard, made sure our gas tanks were there. They just pretty much make sure we're getting ready for the end of the season, getting ready for the final push. And yeah.
I also felt that the practice was pretty hard. Coaches have definitely been pushing us, gut checking us, making sure that we've been staying on track with what we have in mind, and making sure that we have our goals in mind, and we want to make sure that they come true. We know what we want. We want to be national champions, want to be RMAC champions, and it comes with taking slow steps, one step at a time. Coach Bo always talks about collecting gold flecks. And we know that every time we have a hard practice, we're putting a lot of gold flecks in our pockets for the end of the year, and it's definitely going to pay off, I do believe.
Did they come back in the shape you wanted? Did you have to get the whip out and get them back in shape?
We got the whip out anyways, whether they were
Doesn't
ready
matter,
or not.
right?
So it was good. Came back on the 30th. So it's kind of a longer break, just the way the calendar fell. And so, we encourage these guys to, find their high school room and just go in and, make sure that they, aren't sitting on a couch for, it seemed like 4 weeks, but 3 weeks off, whatever it was. It might have only been 14 days, but it seemed like maybe it was 18 days. Seemed like a lot. So yeah, when they came back, we had obviously some time between the 30th and this upcoming weekend. And so it was a good opportunity to push a little bit and train. And so, we kind of eased and then ramped up real quick. Just to get a good push, get some good training in, and it was good. These guys responded, did a good job. Looked like most of the guys came back like pretty decent. Nobody ballooned up out of weight wise, so it was good. They came back ready to work.
All right, toughest question of the day, question of the week. Funnest activity you did during winter break?
I bought a shotgun. That's the funnest activity I probably did all winter break. I bought a shotgun, went duck hunting. So bad.
Just shooting shotguns, shooting trap.
Very wrestling thing.
Yeah, I played. I think it's called What the Meme, little game with the family. That was pretty fun. Funnest activity. Yeah, pretty low key break. Just waiting for these guys to come back.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Good luck this weekend.
And make sure they shot only ducks, right?
Yeah.